Take two. Anyway, this video will deal with the very high cost of apathy. I know it's something you don't deal with or face or anything like that. However, it's a very, very serious problem. First, a personal story before I get on to the meat of the situation. I was an activist in the 60s against Vietnam and other things. I've been involved in the sit-ins, and which upset my dad because he's in the military. Stayed pretty active until Watergate in 74, and then my world crashed in on me in 74 and 75. By then, I just said, forget it. I don't care about what happens to other people or other things. I will dance or go and burn. So basically this happened to several thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. We went to disco floor to dance while Rome was burning around us, and the world kept getting into trouble. Two major things happened in 1980. It woke up me anyway. Somehow Rambo Reagan took over, and my hero and one of my inspirations, John Lennon, was murdered. As soon as I was capable of functioning, I became an activist and have been ever since. And it has upset a few people, but that is the way it is. I have seen too much and gone through too much pain to simply bend over and forgive everything. I cannot just put my head in the sand and pretend like everything's okay. I would have to depend upon the politicians to solve it for us, because actually they're part of the problem. So, what I'm going to cover real quick, I originally dealt with voting, but apathy has a much broader concept to deal with. So I've renamed it The Cost of Apathy, and there's a huge cost. There is a huge cost to being selfish and apathetic. Simply put, things keep getting worse and nothing gets repaired. Millions in the past took a stand against the injustices, and many things were turned around and got better. Numerous things remain today that need to be changed and fast if we are to survive. What will be your excuse today? Has the media filled your head with so much fear that you feel like you can do nothing? Well, don't believe the dirty laundry they're feeding you. You can still make a difference. The apathy or selfishness or self-centeredness has seemed to get worse shortly after 9/11. And don't ask me to figure out what happened to my generation. I've been trying to figure it out for years. Apathy seems to be a major problem these days. Have people given up and chosen to become apathetic, or just close their eyes and pretend like everything's okay? Are you burying your heads in the sand and hoping the world will get better all by itself? I wish it could be that simple and easy. I'm afraid that we are the ones that are responsible for making the difference. One way to make the difference is to vote. The other is by taking a stand against the injustices, no matter how big or how small. This is the First Amendment of freedom of speech. If we sit back and do nothing, nothing shall be done. And we'll have no one to blame for ourselves if things keep getting worse. Over 200 years ago, our forefathers gave us the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights. With these documents, we now have the honor and privilege of democracy and freedom. Yet, why do hundreds of thousands of people choose to not exercise their rights? Shall we simply destroy these papers because society isn't paying much attention to them anyway? But for me, I'm glad I live in a free country. I know the system isn't perfect and has a lot of flaws. For the privilege that we take for granted, thousands around the world are fighting and dying at this very moment, and have in the past. Have we forgotten what those brave people in Beijing, China went through in 1988 and other parts of the world since then to attain freedom? Would we be willing to become that vocal and active to keep our freedoms? Or will we continue our apathy and watch our freedoms disappear one by one? Apathy has become an extremely ugly reality in the American system and other parts of the world. Please don't forget about the fight for democracy in other parts of the world, because any type of oppression or dictatorship has an impact on all of us. Now regarding the elections, it seems that mudslinging on their television ads and news has become our only source of the one-sided communications from these candidates. If you can see through the questionable promises they are making, we have to determine if they're telling the truth or not. Or are they false promises to just get elected? Needless to say, our politicians and world leaders must clean up their act. They need to represent, or at least help, everyone, not just the rich, but also the poor, the ill, the homeless, and many others that seem to be forgotten about, or they just want to throw us away. We all know there is no such thing as a perfect politician. Everyone must realize that the world government everyone must realize that we are the real government and they are supposed to be representing and helping us, not the special interests or lobbyists. We have the power to bring about positive changes. A good starting point is clean up this country is to start with ourselves. Ouch. What are your concerns and priorities? Is it all me, myself, and I? Or do you care about this fragile world and the fellow man that lived on it? The politicians are playing with our lives and our future. For the past few years, we have seen the greatest unemployment and poverty over the last 50 years. And those in control want us to believe that everything was fine. The unemployment numbers are only based upon those who are collecting unemployment. They are not counting me, like myself, who are out of work and no longer collecting unemployment, or even a paycheck for that matter. Or even the homeless. Voting and taking a stand against the injustice can make a difference. If you think things are running great today, then you really need a wake-up call immediately. Not caring is only adding to the world that is already close to midnight. It is extremely crucial that all rich, poor, homeless, and even those who feel it doesn't really matter to make their voices known. We can all make a difference. We all have the power. Don't forget that your opinions count. Apathy will get us nowhere. Nowhere good anyway. Be part of the problem. Be part of the solution and not the problem. Apathy and selfishness is not the way to go. Make a difference no matter how small or how big, and we can turn things around. Take care.